Chapter 859, The Price of Power. Instead of allowing Nan Gong-jing's personality to be changed, how about I take care of his soul instead? Zhou Feng's harsh tone and decisiveness shook Mo Dongyao's heart. She was stunned and couldn't believe that Zhou Feng would use such an extreme method of removing Nan Gong-jing's soul from his body. However, this move was extremely effective. It instantly caused the evil god mental thought body to start panicking. Being a mental thought body, it wasn't able to control or assimilate a shell that didn't have a soul. Gaze of the god's eye. The majority of Nan Gong-jing's silver and purple yuan soul was being pulled out of his body. Zhou Feng. Nan Gong-jing's soul struggled in the air and panicked. Anyone that had their soul controlled by someone else would start to panic. Nan Gong-jing, you can't blame Zhou Feng. You need to thank him instead. Even if you gained unrivaled strength, what's the point if it's not your own personality? An old voice sounded from the white sword-light figure behind Mo Dongyao's back. The white figure formed the outline of the little sword saint, and from his tone, one could hear that he approved of what Zhou Feng did. Indeed, although Zhou Feng and Nan Gong-jing were friends and trusted one another after all the battles they had been through together, if Nan Gong-jing was going to lose his personality, then Zhou Feng would rather just remove Nan Gong-jing's soul from his body. Nan Gong-jing, the reason Senior Sword Saint came was to stop you from being assimilated by the power of the evil god and transforming into a big threat. If that happened, then he would kill you himself, Mo Dongyao said. Hearing that, the hearts of Zhou Feng and Nan Gong-jing went cold. After merging with the ancient god weapon, the little sword saint existed in a mysterious state, but if he wanted to kill Nan Gong-jing, then even Zhou Feng may not be able to stop him. Nan Gong-jing, relax. Even if you lose this body, we still have a bunch of spiritual flesh snow jade lotus roots, Zhou Feng said. Spiritual flesh snow jade lotus root. The white figure made of sword light shook slightly, but he had already missed the best chance. It would be hard to regain a body at this point. Shua. Nan Gong-jing's soul finally left his body, even though he struggled in unwillingness. Although the spiritual flesh snow jade lotus root can create a new body, it might not be as talented as his original body, which was a spatial spiritual body and a heavenly spiritual body. Furthermore, he had merged the power of the evil god crystal and the remnant god power into his body, and his spatial domain was just upgraded to a little world. All in all, Nan Gong-jing was unwilling. One only recultivated if they had to for a better future, but if Nan Gong-jing recultivated, he would lose most of his advantages. Shoo! Black smoke started to rise from the black futon under Nan Gong-jing's body. Not good. Without a soul, the god power will not have an owner anymore and fade away along with me. The evil god mental thought body within Nan Gong-jing's body was enraged and started to panic. Wang tilde. A powerful surge of mental energy gathered in Nan Gong-jing's body. A half-transparent purple and blood-colored figure 100 yards tall formed around Nan Gong-jing's body. Get back here. Two large, transparent purple and blood-colored hands extended out from the figure. One of the purple and blood-colored hands was calm and soft as it grabbed toward Nan Gong-jing's soul while the other burned with a purple and blood-colored flame as it smacked toward Zhou Feng. Zhou Feng instantly felt his soul become cold. In this state, most people would give up on the gaze of the god's eye and protect themselves instead. In reality though, the gaze of the god's eye being stopped was unavoidable anyway. Although the evil god mental thought body didn't have any part of a soul in it, its mental energy was extremely powerful and far surpassed Big-tier emperors. However, Zhou Feng didn't defend himself after stopping the gaze of the god's eye. Instead, he circulated his soul power and shot it at the evil god mental thought body. I was waiting for you. Several hundred symbols of god tribulation lightning lit up in Zhou Feng's purple soul sea. Boom, boom, boom. A sharp beam of purple god tribulation lightning pierced into the purple and blood-colored figure that was the evil god mental thought body. Ugh! The evil god mental thought body instantly let out a scream. Zhou Feng's understanding of the Tao of the soul had reached a high level, and the god tribulation lightning could damage the evil god mental thought body. At the same time, Zhou Feng groaned as he took the attack from the flaming purple and blood-colored hand head-on. However, Zhou Feng believed in the resilience of his god's spiritual eye. Although it wouldn't let him come out completely unharmed, he wouldn't be critically injured. Reality proved that, Although the evil god mental thought body had a large source of mental energy that was comparable to mystic light realm sacred lords, it was still just a thought body, and it was weak in terms soul-based attacks. Zhou Feng's soul was only slightly injured. Sword destroying the sky. An immortal sword intent that could slash through heaven and earth suddenly shot out from the white figure that the little sword saint had turned into. The soul sword laws that were used were enough to shock emperors and force back sacred lords. Jiang Mo Dongya slashed out with the tattered ancient god weapon in her hand, and a brilliant beam of green light sliced straight into the evil god mental thought body. In this moment, the little sword saint's soul sword laws merged with the ancient god weapon and unleashed an ultimate force that could destroy both physical objects and the soul. It instantly ripped the enormous body of the evil god mental thought body apart. Arg! The evil god mental thought body let out a scream of pain. What a terrifying attack! Nan Gong-jing's soul entered a state of fear. Just the aura from that one sword made his soul feel as if it was about to be destroyed. The power of this ancient god weapon had exceeded the power of an emperor, and the little sword saint's soul sword laws could injure the soul of a mystic light realm sacred lord. When lightning eye flame, a surge of fire made of eye bloodline power shot out from Zhou Feng's left eye. It glittered with purple and a dark symbol of God tribulation lightning. Bam! Boom tilde. A transparent dark lightning flame with the aura of God tribulation lightning burned across the evil god mental thought body. Zhou Feng's wind lightning eye flame was a pure soul attack using the God tribulation lightning as the main force, and it landed at the exact moment its body was ripped apart. Boom, boom, boom. The evil god mental thought body felt as if 10,000 bolts of lightning exploded in its body, and the eye bloodline flame of God tribulation lightning kept on burning. Soul sword charge. The little sword saint phantom figure expanded to 100 yards wide and released a white crystalline sword beam. This beam utilized pure soul sword laws to pierce through the enormous body of the purple and blood-colored figure. Ugh! Under the combined forces of the little sword saint, the ancient god weapon, and Zhou Feng, the evil god mental thought body had to face a barrage of attacks, and it let out howls and cries one after another. Crack! At a certain moment, the purple and blood-colored figure shattered and turned into countless streaks of faint purple and blood-colored flames, which merged into the source of power within Nan Gong-jing's body. Gaze of the god's eye. Zhou Feng used this chance to pull out Nan Gong-jing's soul. Shu tilde. Right at this moment, the black futon beneath Nan Gong-jing's body turned into a pile of ash, and the purple and blood-colored lights that had gathered within his body were released. Nan Gong-jing's little world showed signs of breaking apart. This force was coming from the center of Nan Gong-jing's little world, and it was enough to destroy his body. Zhou Feng, put me back tilde. Nan Gong-jing's soul struggled. Bing, 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 bing. Zhou Feng's god spiritual eye started to thump, and he could see the disaster forming in Nan Gong-jing's body. If the remaining god power within Nan Gong-jing's body flowed away calmly, the worst case scenario was that only Nan Gong-jing's body would be destroyed. It would only bring Zhou Feng and company a tiny bit of trouble. However, if this power didn't flow away and exploded instead, then no one present would be able to survive, and it would probably wreck Ziyang Palace. You maniac, stop tilde. The shattered evil god mental thought body within Nan Gong-jing's body shouted in fear. Once this power was released, then the evil god mental thought body within Nan Gong-jing's body would be the first to die. The evil god mental thought body has been broken, so its threat is a lot lower. Zhou Feng's eyes twinkled as he made a decision. This wasn't just out of consideration for the upcoming danger, it was also out of respect for Nan Gong-jing. Shua! With a flash, Nan Gong-jing's Yuan soul returned to his body and quickly started to consolidate the source of his power. The purple and blood-colored light that was expanding quickly calmed down, and Nan Gong-jing's little world also stabilized. In this period of time, the evil god mental thought body that had been broken into pieces merged into the purple and blood-colored light and helped Nan Gong-jing stabilize the force instead of troubling him. This situation lasted for an entire half a day, and the remaining power of the evil god within the evil sky tower disappeared. Most of it had merged with the evil god mental thought body and into Nan Gong-jing's body. The evil god mental thought body's aura was extremely weak, as if it had been completely broken and fused into Nan Gong-jing's source of power. Zhou Feng's eyebrows furrowed, and it could guess what the evil god mental thought body wanted to do. As if wary of Zhou Feng and the little sword saint, the evil god mental thought body didn't dare to assimilate Nan Gong-jing anymore. Instead, it just merged his power. Now, Nan Gong-jing would be affected by the evil god mental thought body every time he absorbed the power within his little world and his source of power. This was a slow process, but the more power Nan Gong-jing absorbed, the more his personality would change. Zhou Feng and the little sword saint couldn't stop this unless they killed Nan Gong-jing. At this instant, Nan Gong-jing's eyes glittered with silver and purple, and the purple and blood-colored mark on his forehead became brighter and brighter. He instinctively licked his lips as a wicked smile formed on his face. Nan Gong-jing, this is your choice. This is the price you pay for your power, Zhou Feng murmured. Chapter 860, Escape. On the top floor of the evil sky tower, Nan Gong-jing was sitting calmly, but his expression was different from before. The evil god crystal was the foundation of his little world. He was circulating and constantly absorbing large amounts of wicked purple and blood-colored light into his body. Zhou Feng and Mo Danyao could feel that the aura radiating from Nan Gong-jing's body was becoming stronger. Along with the increase in strength in such a short period of time, his personality was also slowly changing. In reality, any expert's personality would change as time passed and as their strength increased, but Nan Gong-jing's changes were unnatural. These changes would change his characteristics and attitude, essentially turning him into someone else. The evil god mental thought body had everything to do with this. Although Zhou Feng and the little sword saint had shattered the evil god mental thought body, its mental energy was extremely powerful, so it wasn't destroyed even after breaking apart. What made it more troublesome was that, after breaking apart, it merged with Nan Gong-jing's power. Of course, Zhou Feng had done his best. If it wasn't for him, Nan Gong-jing's personality may have already changed dramatically, or he might have been killed by the little sword saint. Zhou Feng, I won't forget your help and support. Nan Gong-jing revealed a look of gratitude as he struggled. It was obvious that he was trying to fight back against the power that was trying to change his personality. At the moment, it seemed like Nan Gong-jing's personality had changed to a certain degree, but he still knew what gratitude was, meaning that his personality hadn't been completely changed. And I don't regret today's decision. Nan Gong-jing revealed a wicked smile of satisfaction as he felt the power in the depths of his body, and he felt like it could suppress heaven and earth. What kind of power didn't come with a price? All he had to do was slowly dig out this treasury of power. Currently, Nan Gong-jing had only absorbed the tip of the iceberg and yet his strength had increased dramatically. A while later, Zhou Feng finally spoke. Nan Gong-jing, I can only help you up to here. I don't know and don't care what kind of agreement you and the evil god mental thought body came to, but success or failure depends on you. Hearing that, Nan Gong-jing's body shook, and the shattered evil god mental thought body within his body also gave a curious exclamation. The two were surprised as to how Zhou Feng knew that they made an agreement. After saying that, Zhou Feng turned around and started to descend the evil sky tower. Mo Dongyao stood still and gave Nan Gong-jing a few cold glances, then finally left unwillingly. Let's go. Without Zhou Feng's help, it'll be very hard to deal with Nan Gong-jing, who has become so much stronger. The little sword saint's old voice sounded in her ears. Nan Gong-jing's silver and purple eyes flashed as he looked at the leaving Zhou Feng with complex emotions. Zhe. That youth is the Zhou Feng that you can't surpass? Don't worry, if you and I work together, we'll be able to surpass him before long, the evil god mental thought body said. Nan Gong-jing's expression started to struggle as he changed the topic. I didn't expect him to see that we made a deal with each other. HMPH, you wouldn't have been able to circulate and absorb the wisps of god power so easily without my help. It's not surprising that that youth could see this. The evil god mental thought body snickered coldly. On the top floor of the evil sky tower, Nan Gong-jing sat there as the aura radiating from him became stronger and stronger. Within half a day, his cultivation had reached the peak level as a king. If it weren't for the fact that emperors needed their soul to evolve, he would have already become an emperor. However, the undulation of power coming from Nan Gong-jing wasn't something other void god realms could compare to. Even the expressions of mystic light realm sacred lords would change. At the same moment in time, the others within the evil sky tower had left, including Xuan Wen, who didn't dare to risk it and see what happened to the god power on the top floor. After all, the aura of that power was completely different from his own, so it wasn't worth the risk since he wouldn't gain anything anyway. However, Zhou Feng met Zhou Yufei along his descent, and she was trying to go up and see what had happened. "Brother Feng, it's good that you're fine." Zhou Yufei let out a breath. The aura of power from the top floor moments ago was terrifying. Even at this moment, there was an undulation of power from the top floor that could shake anyone's heart. It was enough to surprise even emperors. A while later, Zhou Feng, Zhou Yufei, and Mo Dongyil walked out of the evil sky tower. "Where's Nan Gong-jing?" Zhou Yufei finally realized something. Mo Dongyil was about to reply, but she stopped. Who knew what the reactions of the other people would be if they knew Nan Gong-jing had inherited the remaining power of the ancient god Ziying and his personality was being affected by the evil god mental thought body. "Nan Gong-jing will come down soon," Zhou Feng said with confidence. Everyone was still facing the danger of the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon. The evil god mental thought body was part of Nan Gong-jing now, so it couldn't just ignore things. After calculating the time, they realized that the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon only needed about 17 days to break into Ziyang Palace. The roar of a dragon and an aura of destruction could be felt outside Ziyang Palace. Those with powerful senses would instinctively feel as if they were in danger. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. The trio started heading toward the God's Array building. When Zhou Feng and company arrived at the God's Array building, there were already many other human experts present. The God's Array building contained the core of the God's Forbidden Array and was related to the survival of all the outsiders. At this moment, 90% of those that had entered Ziyang Palace were gathered here. "The God's Array building has been opened." Mo Dongyil revealed a joyful expression as she glanced at a flashing white door in front of the dark silver building. There were almost 10 Void God Realm Kings in front of the flashing white door. They all combined their true yuan in order to keep the flashing white door open. Within the God's Array building, Sin Wu, Senior Martial Brothers Yuge, and some array masters were gathered together and discussing something. "Although we've entered the God's Array building, it's the center of the God's Forbidden Array, so the core is extremely complex and will require a long time to gain control." An Imperial Array Master gave a sigh. One could see condensed purple crystalline lightning symbols above them, and together they formed a single large array. These purple crystalline lightning symbols changed every second, and they were connected to complex lines that affected the entire God's Forbidden Array around Ziyang Palace. The space within the God's Array building was extremely big, comparable to a small castle. On top of that, the power contained within the array symbols was extremely strong. Just a wisp of it might be able to kill a king. The people trying to figure out this purple crystal lightning array were undertaking a big risk. "Be careful, the God's Forbidden Array has been running for countless years and has some flaws. It'll occasionally release a wisp of power," Senior Martial Brothers Yuge warned. Some holes could be seen below the purple crystal lightning array, and the material that made up the God's Array building was something that even emperors would find hard to damage. "What a complex array!" Zhou Feng's eyebrows furrowed as his god's spiritual eye gave it a rough inspection. Even with Sin Wu, Senior Martial Brothers Yuge, and company leading the group, the array masters and kings couldn't find a breakthrough point. Even if they had some ideas, they didn't dare to take action because an enormous force was being used to circulate the God's Forbidden Array, and a single wisp of power from it could kill emperors. This place was definitely one of the most central places of Ziyang Palace. "I suggest that no one try to destroy the core of the Forbidden Array in order to gain forgiveness from the Black Serpent Dragon. The arrays here have a self-protecting system that can counterattack. The damage it can deal is something that none of us can handle," Sin Wu warned. Surprise flashed through his eyes as he looked over toward Zhou Feng and company, as if he was curious where Nan Gong-jing was. Nan Gong-jing was always next to Zhou Feng, but he hadn't appeared after entering the evil sky tower. Zhou Feng didn't explain anything. He opened his left eye bloodline and started to inspect the purple crystal lightning array and help Sin Wu, Senior Martial Brothers Yuge, and company to resolve it. Zhou Feng's help increased their progress. In the blink of an eye, 8 days passed. With Zhou Feng's help, they were able to understand a bit of the purple crystal lightning array. However, they only understood some of the theory and were still far away from actually solving it. It is, after all, something from the domain of gods. Senior martial brothers Yuge started to become tired, and all the half-step kings and kings in front of the God's Array building were covered in a solemn atmosphere. There were 10 days left till the Black Destruction Serpent Dragon entered Ziyang Palace. We only have 10 days left. The elites within Ziyang Palace could feel death creeping up on them. Zhou Feng and Xuan Yuanwen both had emperor intent and could feel the power of destruction become clearer. The power of the God's Forbidden Array was slowly weakening. Arg! Black Destruction Serpent Dragon, I'll fight it out with you. In the last 10 days, some of the experts and elites started feeling despair and unleashed frenzied attacks. I have the Misty Spatial World, so I might be able to escape when the God's Forbidden Array is destroyed. Zhou Feng was already thinking about how to escape. The Misty Spatial World had the ability to pass through and teleport across space, but this could only be done when the God's Forbidden Array was destroyed. However, there would still be a lot of danger involved. Apart from all that, Zhou Feng was waiting on something else. Later that afternoon, a purple and blood-colored streak of wicked light descended from the sky with an evil aura. Who is it? The kings and half-step kings in front of the God's Array building felt unable to breathe. In this instant, the true Yuan within their bodies started to freeze, and they were almost unable to control their power. Wah! The half-step kings spat out blood. Shua! Everyone looked in shock toward a wicked purple and blood-colored hair youth. There was a purple and blood-colored mark on his forehead, and he landed on the ground with a flash of silver and purple light. One of the demonic duo, Nan Gong-jing. How did he turn into that? The Void God Realm kings present felt unable to breathe as a terrifying undulation of power enveloped them.